Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's BDF44 coming at you with another video. Maybe about a year and a half ago, it might have been about a year ago, something like that. Um, yes, it had to be a year ago when the Washington football team changed their name from the Washington Redskins. I made a video saying that I was curious to see if there would be other teams that would follow suit because there's been a lot of controversy surrounding Native American heritage in sports names and emblems and things of that nature, and it's gotten to a point where a lot of people had sounded off and with their opinion one way or another, and I figured a change was on the way, and we have indeed another one of those changes, pretty big one actually. So the Cleveland Indians, I believe, starting this coming off season right now, basically, I believe they're doing this now, have changed their name and emblem from the Cleveland Indians to the Cleveland Guardians. Um, so that's what they're doing. How do I feel about that? I don't. I hope they continue to work on the emblem. That's what I will say. Wasn't feeling the emblem too much, but it was kind of. It looked like a rough draft. I'm pretty sure they continue to work on it over the next several months and years, they'll get it right. But the emblem that I saw right now was underwhelming. It kind of looked like they were trying to kind of play off of the Anaheim Angels a little bit with the wings, that kind of thing. I wasn't feeling it. The names, I think they wanted to keep the same phonetic sound. Indians, Guardians, they were trying to go for that. Um, I don't think it's for me. I'll say that. I do respect the name change. I can support doing such a thing because I feel like there are enough people out there who have sounded off in a negative fashion, in a negative way about the name, and I felt like even though it was meant to, from what I understand, according to those who were commenting in what I saw, there was a lot of people there saying that the Cleveland Indian name was meant to honor uh, the Indians. And my thing was, well, they were never Indian. They are natives to this land. They were not ever Indians. That was an arrogant decision by someone who had made a mistake, who could not stand before the rest of his people and say, I'm lost. So instead, he said, we're here. and that is why we call them the Indians. It was never meant to um, exalt them or honor them. It was meant to absolve those who were lost from having to face that truth. So it had nothing to do with the people, and because of it, I can't imagine that anything that came after that with that name attached to it is going to be seen as honorable by those who would say it wouldn't be, right? So, no, not buying. I think that we should have stopped calling them Indians a long time ago. I think that Major League Baseball should have probably been ahead of the game in that. But we understand that this country doesn't have a heightened sensitivity to those type of things until now. Basically, we're getting around to it now. But in the past, it was more so just we don't care who we offend. No one's around us is offended, so that's just kind of how America rolled. But fortunately enough, we're starting to come around to start caring about stuff like this and being more sensitive to how we affect other people with what it is that we celebrate. And I think this is the right type of decision as it pertains to stepping in the right direction for that. So, yeah, I support the move. Don't love the change of the name particularly, but I do like the idea that they decided to change the name. But I will say this about the Guardians: it's a hell of a lot better than the Washington football team. And between me and all of you, I think they named that team the Washington football team in protest. I think they said, if you don't let us keep our name, you won't allow us to continue to insult these people that we don't give a damn about, we're not going to give this team a name at all. This is our way of kneeling. That's how I took it. And that's one of the reasons why I don't mess with the NFL, because I look at the NFL as a racist entity overall. I think they've proven that to me over the years. I don't care what happens after that. They've proven to me over the last, I'd say, 7 years that they are a racist entity. Now, how you equate that as entertainment and whether or not you care because you love the sport or whether or not you agree because you have different information or different understanding than I do, I'm not swayed by that. To be honest with you, I just kind of go off of what I've felt and seen and heard and continue to see from them as an entity, as a company, as a statement making corporation. And every statement that they've made to me has basically been the middle finger to me. And that's how I've taken it. And they continue to use our athletes or give them a platform to display their dreams. So, hey, that's what it is. But what I would always say to somebody is, if you believe what I believe, that the NFL is a racist entity, then you have to wonder what they're funding with their money, if that indeed is the case. As it would be indeed with anything that you would imagine would have something negative attached to it in any way. What would it be funding? Yes, it provides a wonderful thing, but those $1 billion go somewhere. Where? And I would imagine it wouldn't be anything that would be positive for people that look like me. In fact, I would think it may be the contrary, something that would make things worse for us, if you indeed hate us, like I think you do. So that's how I equate it. Now, I know I'm a bit of an extreme mind as it pertains to stuff like that. I wouldn't tell anybody to follow me on that. Like I said, this is just my own thing. Enjoy what you enjoy. I'm not here to judge. I play fantasy football. If that makes me a hypocrite, I don't care. To be completely honest with you, I take from you what I want from you, and I leave the rest. Literally, that's how I am as a consumer. I don't attach my self and things that I'm passionate about to what it is that you do. And plus, it doesn't cost me a damn thing to play fantasy football. I'm not giving them any dimes. So there it is. As it pertains to the Washington football team, doesn't matter the Guardians. I don't watch baseball, so I couldn't tell you even who's playing on the team. I don't know what's going on. So that is about as much as I got. But they are going to be the Cleveland Guardians now. And there's going to be a lot of fans who are probably going to hate that. I know a very, very serious Cleveland Guardian fan. Somebody who loves the Cleveland Guardians. And, to be honest with you, she doesn't really call them the Indians. She never did. She usually called them the Tribe, as did a lot of people on ESPN. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't just change the name to the Cleveland Tribe. I know that probably wouldn't distance themselves far enough from it. But if it is indeed something that was supposed to celebrate the people, then the word like tribe is probably a more accurate depiction of something that could possibly do so. I don't know, but they decided to call them the Guardians. So now there's some type of angelic figures that's meant to save the day, as opposed to just being some awesome people who were first here before the rest of us. Hey, what are you going to do? My name is BDF44. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.